Kids, we have already seen about air and water and the layers of atmosphere and what are the ways that atmosphere is being helpful to us, and we have seen the properties of air. Now we will see about composition of air. What are the mixtures of gas that is present in the atmosphere? Okay, air is already, you already know that our air is a mixture of gases. It contains nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide and other gases, and it also contains water vapor, dust, and smoke. Okay, nitrogen, how many percent it consists? It consists of 78%, and oxygen 21%, and other gases and carbon dioxide 1%. Okay, and these consist altogether it consists of 99%, and 1% or more or less of some point some percent you will have water vapor, dust, and smoke. Your nitrogen, coming to nitrogen is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere. How many percent it consists? It consists of 78%. All living things require nitrogen, and but it cannot be taken directly from the air. So what it is doing, plants get the nitrogen, and what it will do, it will just purify it, and just we will use it. Okay, plants get nitrogen with the help of bacteria that is present in the soil. This bacteria, what will happen, it will this bacteria will fix in the atmospheric nitrogen, and different forms can be taken up by the plants. The bacteria that is present in the soil is used by the plants, and this bacteria, it is coming into contact with atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, and that atmospheric nitrogen is used up by the plants. Oh, nitrogen can also be added to the soil by means of fertilizers. Human beings and animals get nitrogen from plant and animal sources only. We get nitrogen only from plants and animal sources only. Okay, now did you understand about nitrogen? Once again, I will repeat nitrogen. Nitrogen is a gas that is present in more percent. It is abundant gas. Okay, all living things require nitrogen, but this nitrogen that is present in the air cannot be used directly by all living organisms. For example, what will do? The nitrogen is present in the soil, and it is taken by the plant, and this atmosphere, this bacteria that is present in the bacteria will fix the atmospheric nitrogen in different forms, and that can be taken up by the plants. Nitrogen is also added to the soil by means of fertilizers, and human beings and animals get hydrogen only from plants and animal sources of food. Now we will come to oxygen. Oxygen is necessary for the survival. You all know that we require oxygen for breathing. So oxygen, how do we get oxygen? We get it from green plants. Green plants, what it will do, it give out oxygen during the process of photosynthesis. Okay, all living things require oxygen to breathe, and oxygen is also required for burning. When you want to burn something and when you want to cook something, what you have to have? You have to have oxygen. Okay, that is what we have already seen in the previous experiment, like burning a candle and closing it with the beaker. What will happen? It will stop burning. Okay, this proves that air contains oxygen. Okay, next we are coming to carbon dioxide and other gases. Carbon dioxide, what it is doing? It is released to the atmosphere during the process of breathing and burning. When you breathe and when you burn, carbon dioxide is released out. Plants, what it is doing? It is using this carbon dioxide in the process of photosynthesis. Other gases like helium, neon, hydrogen, argon, krypton, and ozone are also present in the atmosphere. Other gases are what? Helium, neon, hydrogen, argon, krypton, and ozone are also present. Okay, next we are coming to water vapor, dust, and smoke. You all know air contains a small amount of water vapor, dust and smoke. How do you get this water vapor? When there is sun, what it is doing? The sun, it will evaporate the water from the oceans, seas and lakes starts to evaporate from when there is too much of heat. This evaporation, what it is doing? It will present a small amount of water in the air, and this water that is present in the air is known as humidity. It plays an important role in the daily weather. When you have a hot climate means, then there is less amount of evaporation that is taking place. When there is somewhat moderate climate or very cool climate, then there is more amount of humidity present in the atmosphere. Did all of you understand what are the different compositions of air? What are the different types of air present? Different types of gases present in the air? Yes. Okay. Air is also used in burning and breathing, and this process is known as rusting. We use air for burning and breathing, and this for air that we use for burning and breathing, this process is known as rusting. Okay, objects made of iron get reddish brown substance that is known as rust. Rust வந்து we will tell it as thuru. Okay, when objects come into contact with water, when iron materials come in contact with the water, then we will say the object has rust. Okay, this happens because when the air and water vapor comes into contact with the iron object, then that particular object will get rusted. Rustedனா என்ன? துருன்னு அர்த்தம். ஏரும் வாட்டர் வேப்பரும் வந்து ரெண்டும் காண்டாக்ட் ஆகி அயன் மெட்டீரியலை வந்து ரஸ்ட் பிடிக்குது, துரு பிடிக்குது அப்படின்னு we will tell. Okay, so far are you all clear? Okay, next we will come to water. Water is nothing but like how air is important, likewise water is also important for all living organisms. We need water for drinking, cooking, bathing, everything we require water. If we want water, how should the water be? It should be clean and it should be pure. Which is the purest form of water? It is rainwater. Rainwaters, rivers, ponds and lakes, wells are some of the main sources of water. Water from these sources contain substances such as dust, dirt and germs which make the water impure and not fit for using. When we get water from the rivers, lakes and ponds, do we get pure water, children? No, it will be always impure. Water has to be purified to make use for human use. Human useக்கு நம்ம வந்து water நமக்கு தேவை அப்படின்னா we have to purify water. Okay, this purified water that which is fit for human to use is known as potable water, which is used by human beings, which is used by humans is known as potable. The purified water which is used by humans is known as potable water. Things that makes the water impure are known as impurities. Sand, dust, இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் அது பேர் impuritiesன்னு சொல்லும். These impurities can be either soluble or insoluble. அது தண்ணியில கரையவும் செய்யலாம், கரையாம இருக்கவும் செய்யலாம். These impurities are again of two types. It is soluble and insoluble. Insoluble impurities are ones that does not dissolve in water. தண்ணியில கரையவே கரையாது. Soluble impurities are ones that dissolve in water. Dissolving in water, when you throw stone in the water, will it dissolve or not? No, it will not dissolve. When you put sand or when you put sugar and salt in water and mix it, what it will happen? It will get soluble. This is the difference between soluble impurities and insoluble impurities. There are different ways of removing insoluble impurities from water. They are sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Okay,